Hello there. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Okay. Oh, I feel like the energy is one of spring, like renewal, like coming out of hibernation or slumber. Um, like maybe a low energy a little bit. Or this could be exhaustion from being very busy, but it feels like you gotta kind of work through it, like you're loosening it up, but it does feel like a little bit of heaviness. Send your energy for the collective, please. Send your energy for the collective. All tied up with strategy and anxiety in reverse. Okay, so I do feel like there's some type of, we're just going to get the rest of the cards out too while we're here. I feel like there's some type of idea or plan, and you have, maybe at one point you were pretty anxious about it, but I feel like you've released a lot of anxiety about it. It's almost like you've accepted what is what is. Or what is will be, or however you say that, right? It's kind of like you've accepted that. And you're okay with it. I feel like you've released yourself really from being all tied up. I think that there was a feeling of anxiety, but instead you've allowed yourself to flow, and you've allowed yourself to follow through with the plan. You've allowed yourself to go with the plan, whatever that is, even though you may not know it. Underneath, or the basis of the situation, I'm seeing the thinking woman in reverse. And again, that's me feeling like you just don't know all of the answers to this strategy. You don't know everything. And I don't think that it's meant for you to know. Just trust and believe. I don't think you're meant to know everything, but I think you're just meant to trust and believe that good things are coming in. You've been saying that for a while. You've been really working on your attitude, your relationships, your finances, your job, your career. All of those types of things I feel like you've really been focused on. You want them to increase, right? I'm looking at you saying, I want to be here, but I don't necessarily know how I'm going to get there. I'd like to be the woman holding the coin, but I don't know exactly what's the plan to get me to be that energy, or to get into that energy. I've been feeling like that for a long time, but I just don't know how to bring it in. I'm seeing that with the root chakra here. So I do feel like you're very much trying to get grounded in what it is that you desire and what you want, and really why do you want it, right? Gratitude here. I feel like there's a lot of gratitude that you want to express, and that others see you expressing. You may not feel like you're being very grateful right now, because there are things that you still desire and want, but others see you as being able to see the glass as half full. Definitely they see you as someone who can see things in a different perspective, and they enjoy that about you. The angel of balance, I feel like, is exactly what you're calling in right now. I feel like your energy is saying, hey, I need some help here. I need to even out. I do see a blossoming abundance in reverse as an outcome, but I think that's just because it hasn't come in yet. I think that there is a desire to know what the idea or the plan is, but I don't think that it's been given to you. Maybe you are desiring an idea, or you're wanting to do something. I don't know exactly what that is that you're trying to do, but I feel like you're calling in some type of leverage, or maybe a favor, or some type of I just feel like you're asking for evening out. If that's the best way I can probably describe that. It's this weird combination of, okay, I'm trying to be laid back and get stuff done, but I'm almost a little too laid back, and so I'm not sure if I'm being laid back or if I'm being lazy. And I think you're kind of struggling, like, what do I do? How much do I do? And is what I'm doing enough? I do feel like you've been a little bit isolated, or maybe have your head down in the sand for a while working on stuff. I do see success and opportunity definitely coming towards you. And I think you're Really, yeah, Ace of Pentacles right there. What else? There's some type of opportunity that's going to be granted to you, and it's going to free you from a lot of you. The Sun with the Ten of Cups, and it's, I was going to say, and it's going to free you from a lot of your worries. That's what this is, because all tied up and anxiety in reverse. Anxiety in reverse, I'm not worried anymore. All tied up, I'm free from this, right? Strategy. There's been a plan. There's something that's being worked on for you, or either something that you've worked on, and it's coming in. It's an opportunity for happiness, success, fulfillment, emotionally and financially. Definitely. It feels like a really great opportunity coming in. Tell me about the thinking woman, please. The Strength card. So continue to press on. Remember, I was saying, like, you might feel a little bit, I don't want to use the word lethargic because that sounds super, but it's like you are making a mental or a physical effort to get up and do what you got to do. Sometimes you have to pep talk yourself. And you're like, hey, you know you need to be doing that, so get up and do it. Or sometimes you might be thinking about something and you don't really need to be thinking about it, or you're over processing it a little bit, and you're saying you're having the strength to call yourself back. This is really you having inner strength to check yourself as well, because you do have an idea or what you want, but you haven't narrowed it down. I feel like it hasn't been fine-tuned, and so you're just wanting to have the inner perspective and the inner strength to pull yourself back in and be very grounded in what it is that you're asking for. So like if you say, I want to have material wealth or financial wealth, right? That's fine. Financial wealth may not come in $10 million, but it may come in $10,000. It may come in $200. It will come to you if it's necessary or if it's needed by you, right? So just really having faith in doing that, and then always making sure that you're taking those steps to push yourself to go that extra step or that extra mile so that you can obtain your dreams. Tell me about the door to value. I think you're evaluating things a lot differently. You're seeing things with a lot more appreciation than before. So I'm seeing the door to value, Four of Wands. These are relationships, careers, jobs, items. Okay, maybe you didn't realize how important your car was until one day you sat down and thought about how many times it's gotten you to and from the grocery store, which in turn provided meals for your family, right? So you're really trying to dig deeper. I feel like you're digging deeper to express gratitude, or you're seeing it in other things. Like, oh, thank goodness I have this, or it's a good thing that I've always had that. Because you are now recognizing and seeing the value. You're realizing that relationships and circumstances are what you make them. So if you choose to be miserable with, the things that you have, that's a choice that you make. But if you really look at the things and see how much you do have and be grateful for them, then you're really living in a life full of abundance and happiness. It's just a perspective. It's what are you choosing to focus on, okay? What are you choosing to focus on? Tell me about the happy family. The King of Wands flew out. What else? The Queen of Wands. Okay, and I just saw that again, the Four of Wands came out before. So I'm really feeling like you're looking at having relationships that are meaningful to you, right? A partnership here, something that sparks passion. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could also just be passion within yourself, where you are getting that balancing out with the angel of balance, where you're balancing that masculine and feminine, where you're balancing that happy and that sad, or you're balancing that motivated versus the lazy, where you're really balancing those out and you're knowing what you're doing. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship for everyone out there, but there is some type of joining together. There's some type of partnership that's very beneficial, and it is bringing in a lot of happy, like it's that's not the word I want to say. It's new. It's new. It's a breath of fresh air type of energy. It feels like I said before, I don't know if I was recording or not, but it feels like spring. And this blossoming abundance card kind of looks like spring to me, but it's in the reverse. But that's just because it hasn't got here yet. It's not because it isn't coming. It just hasn't got here yet. And it definitely is coming. It's coming in with this this Ace of Pentacles, whatever this idea or this person or this project that comes in, when it comes in, it's really starting a cycle of things. All you have to, not all you have to do, but one of the things you really want to make sure that you're doing right now is really expressing gratitude and being appreciative of the things that you have now. Don't keep saying, I can't wait until I have this 6-bedroom house, or I can't wait until I have that Mercedes, or I can't wait until I'm making 100K. Because those are all good things, but you definitely want to say, okay, I may not have that 100K right now, but I do have this. And because of these things, I'm getting closer and closer to that 100K every day. So you want to express gratitude through everything. Really look at your perspective with the, look at things with a bright, fresh perspective, okay? Anything else for this first chakra? Seeing the root chakra come out, the Queen of Pentacles with the 5 of Wands. Okay, this is, like I said, remember wanting to do something, right? But not having maybe enough energy to do it. I definitely feel like it's been a battle to go get what you want. It's been a battle to get the desires that you have. It's been a battle to get this pentacle right here, okay? And I feel like you've been working through that. You've been trying to coordinate. You've been trying to network. You've been trying to orchestrate. You've really put in some time and effort. And it's not just chaos. It is progress that you've made, but it doesn't seem to quite be taking off the way that you want. It still feels hard to you. And for some reason, I'm getting I get this feeling that it's like, it shouldn't be this hard. If I'm happy or I'm where I'm supposed to be, if I'm happy and I'm where I want to be, then I should feel different. And so I think that you're struggling with trying to figure out how to feel. Like right now, I think the best thing to do is feel grateful for all that you have, for sure. And then know that you've put in the time and the effort to get what you want, or to get what you desire. And then just accept the fact that sometimes success just comes through failure, or through pain, or through tough times, right? Like, you gotta be feeling it to understand that you've made it. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Like, you gotta go through it to understand that to appreciate it. And I kind of feel like that's where you're at. You're struggling with, am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? Or why does this have to be so hard? Like, I kind of feel like you're saying, I've been putting in the time and the effort. I mean, you have a lot of feminine energy that's coming out here that I'm seeing. I see the Queen of Wands. The the woman holding a coin really feels like the Queen of Pentacles here, and she comes out. I'm seeing the thinking woman here. So a lot of thinking and trying to take care of the situation, maybe being a lot in your head, or really wanting to take charge. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like maybe you were in do mode and it's time to pull back, maybe? What is this? I feel like it's a tug of war. And this could be maybe the energy that I'm picking up from different, but I just feel like it's a tug of war of moving and then slowing down. Or something picks up and then it slows back down. I think like you're ready, like as soon as you get the ball, you're like, yeah, you're ready to run. And it's not quite like that. It's like you get the ball and then you run, 3 yards and then someone tackles you. It's like it's taking quite a few attempts to get those 10 yards, if you're familiar with football, right? So it's taking quite a few attempts to get those 10 yards. And so you're trying, but you kind of feel like, okay? Tell me about this woman holding a coin. The Two of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Okay, you're going to have to make some decisions about how you spend your money and how you balance out your finances as well. Or if it's not finances, just your priorities as a whole. Okay? If you are looking to have more and want more, then you're going to have to require more of yourself. So if you are not financially savvy, then in the meantime, while you're waiting on that 100K, then you could be taking some financial literacy classes or taking some financial education classes so that you can manage your money properly, because you're calling it in, but do you know how to keep it? And that's going to be an important thing, you to bring it in and then maintain it for a long time, to have longevity with the money, right? So that's something that you're really wanting to focus on, or that you should be focusing on as well. It's like cutting out expenses, people, things, activities, all sorts of things, cutting those things out that where you're finding you're wasting money. This is a budget scrub is what I'm feeling like, a budget scrub. I don't know what, but basically going over the budget and looking at all of your expenses all the way down to the $4.99 apps per month. I mean, you're going to go through your budget and you're going to scrub it. You're going to look at it and you're going to say, this is where I have a hole in my pocket. And then some of you are not going to say, this is where I have a hole in my pocket. You're going to look at the budget and say, this is just what it is. And you need to see it that way. Because what you're going to say is, okay, these are my expenses and this is what I have, okay? And then you're going to say, this is what I need, or this is where I want to be at. And then you're going to be, at that point, creative enough to start figuring out, how can I get this extra little bit in, this extra little bit in, this extra little bit in. Because you'll have an idea of where you're at. If you feel like you're just drowning and you're not looking at the finances because you just don't see a way out, that's not how you want to handle that. You want to dive right in face first and look at those finances and be upfront and in their face, because you're not fearful of money. You're not anxious when it comes to money. You are welcoming it in your life. You are comfortable with it. These are the type of things that you want to be saying to yourself when it comes to financial success. I do feel like there's something that is going to bring you success, but it's going to be very important that you understand how to manage your finances. I'm hearing you just gonna have to say no. You're just gonna have to say no. Yeah, it may be a little bit difficult for you, but you are going to have to manage your finances particularly sharply, or be very attentive to them. There's going to be some tweaking that you have to do. You're going to have to make some decisions. Is it worth it and is it not? Do I need it or do I want it? Also, I'm feeling like sometimes when people are coming to you, I feel like there may be people asking you for money, or coming to you for certain type of help. Just do not doubt the amount of wisdom that you may be able to share with them. So what's the saying? You can give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach him how to fish and he can eat forever, right? So I feel like you want to embrace that type of attitude. Embrace that type of whatever. You want to embrace that saying, right? So you want to say, if someone's coming to you and they're saying, hey, this is my situation and this is what I need, or whatever. They may not want to hear it, but you could say, maybe you have something where you say, hey, I seen where if you do this, you can make it easy $20 a week if you Ibotta. I don't really know if that really works or not anymore. I used to do it. I don't know if that's the name of it. Anyway, you used to go in the store, use your phone, scan barcodes. It would build up these points. You could take those points and get gift cards and so forth with it, right? So like maybe you share that with them, like, hey, I can't help you, but hey, have you checked out this particular app where you can go through and earn some money doing X, Y, and Z or whatever. And so you're giving them some type of advice or some type of help in another way that's just not monetary. And they may or may not take it, but at least you're saying, hey, I can't help you in this form, but I can help you in another. And it's not even a matter of I can't help you. It's okay that you choose not to help. Just because not to help in that fashion. Just because you have the money does not pre-obligate you to have to give it away. Okay, so you can have the money and someone can come and ask you for it, and if you just don't feel comfortable sharing it, or you don't feel comfortable with loaning it to them, or you maybe just don't want to participate in you don't want to enable them in that particular habit, that's your right. It's your money, right? It's your thing. So don't have any guilt about that. You're going to have to come to terms with that. It's going to be very, very important, because as you grow in your career and your finances, these are situations that you will come across, and you want to be able to handle them with grace. Tell me about appreciation. Yeah, some people gonna get a little irritated by it, but that's all right. I mean, they could say what they want, but you did the work to get the money, and they could do the same. It may not work out the exact same way for them, but the fact that they have to just put their mind to it and go for it, that's what you want them to you want them to grasp onto that. You want them to realize that they're giving away their power. They have a lot of power, and they can go out and get the same thing. Or even if they just come and follow some advice or do some things, the follow through is what it is that's going to be very important, and that's with any situation. Okay, with the appreciation card, I'm seeing the Knight of Wands. Okay, I think you're appreciating life in general, right? I do think that you're appreciating or you're wanting to appreciate the things that are coming towards you. Yeah, you want action. See the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. You're looking for you're looking at moving forward with a new set of eyes, with fresh energy, right? Remember how I talked about where you said, oh, my car, is just, I need a new car. But then you think about how many meals or how many how many times it successfully helped you pick up your family members, how many times it helped you go to the airport, like whatever. You can think about your car in those aspects, and then realize, okay, no, it's not just a piece of junk. It's actually a piece of equipment that has provided me with the means to, travel and see people and take people to the hospital and all these things that this vehicle has provided for me. So you're really looking at things in a more appreciative manner and being grateful for them. And I feel like that's the energy here with this page and this Knight of Wands, is that you're appreciating things with a new, fresh set of eyes and wonder. It's curiosity. The Wands energy feels very creative right here. I'm feeling this creative, this red. So I'm seeing a lot of red. I'm feeling very creative, so maybe very grounded. Start eating some red foods, taking some time to listen to some grounding energies. Spend some time out in nature, things like that. Wear some grounding crystals or stones. Anything that you can do. It doesn't even have to be red food, but grounded foods. So like potatoes and things like that, okay? Things grown in the earth. Well, I know what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like you're appreciating life differently. You're saying, hey, this is how I can move forward. You're not really allowing yourself to be held back anymore. You're saying, hey, I have the opportunity to do these things, and this is how I want to move forward. I feel like you're moving forward with curiosity and with excitement instead of worry and fear. Okay, you're not being reckless, but you are definitely throwing maybe others' opinions, and you're kind of working and pushing through that fear. Okay, you're hearing a lot of maybe you're hearing a lot of negativity from other people, and you're realizing how quickly you are able to switch that around, right? So who said something to me the other day? Oh, my friend says to me, she says, I like to keep my gas tank on low. I like to keep it low, so that way if anybody steals my car, they can't go far. And I thought, I never really thought about that, but that's one way to look at it. While me, I'm like, I don't want to have no low tank, because I want to always be able to get in my car and go when I need to. So two different perspectives there. You could always be concerned about someone stealing your car, or you could just be like, hey, whenever I get in my car, I already know that I'm good and I'm free and able to ride out. So let's just keep it moving. So two different ways to kind of look at things, okay? And you're hearing that when people talk, you're like, that sounds a bit, maybe they should look at it this way. You're just more cognizant, and you realize how much you've grown and changed and how your perspective has changed. I like it. Feels really good. Tell me about this Angel of Balance, Judgment. You see, it's another opportunity. I feel like you're calling in reinforcements again. Like, I feel like this is a second wind. For some reason, remember I was telling you, I feel like you're coming out of a slumber, or you're having a really good stretch. A really good stretch. See the Nine of Wands, getting ready again, like, oh, I'm ready to get up and I'm about to face what I gotta face. It feels very just feels like you're building up for something, right? Building up for something. Definitely with this Nine of Wands, don't be discouraged. Even if it does look like wands, you know, you are capable and able to handle it, okay? You're able to manage it, and you know this. You already know. You're like, here I am with this. How many are in the back? Is it 8 in the back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Here it is. I know that I'm capable of moving 9 wands, and I definitely know I'm capable of moving 10 wands, because I've seen, you see the card with the 10 wands on the back, so you know I know I can carry it. I just have to build myself up and get my mind right, get my body right, get myself right, get myself balanced, so that I can take on this new opportunity, so that I can go towards this abundance here. Something great is coming in for you. Something great is coming in. Okay. Tell me a little more about this Angel of Balance. Actually, give me something on this Nine of Wands, please. Tell me about this Nine of Wands. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. Because I'm seeing the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands coming in as if there's really something that you've been working on, or it's going to require you to do some work. The Six of Swords. Okay. Don't worry about the physical part of it, okay? That part's going to happen. You're going to be able to have the energy and the drive to get things done. You're just going to have to rely on your past lessons, okay? Leave a lot of those behind, okay? Don't get yourself worried like, oh, when this does start up, I'm gonna have to do this. And if you're saying those type of things, make sure you correct yourself on that. Don't overburden yourself before things get here, okay? So just remember to move forward in your new lessons, but you want to remember to take key skills or key lessons from the past with you, okay, so that you don't make the same mistakes. Basically, that's all this is about. Tell me about this Five of Wands, though. Let's see why the Five of Wands is the five comes with the Five of Cups. Okay, so again, really focusing on what are you focusing on, right? So remember, I said, why does it feel so hard? Why is it taking so much for me to get to be this Queen of Pentacles? I feel like there's a lot that I've had to do or go through to get this pentacle or to get this status. And I feel like that's the same thing. That energy here is just trust, okay? And be mindful of what you're focusing on. Are you focusing on the positive? Are you focusing on, oh my gosh, all of this work is about to happen and I need, you know, to be, I don't know how or whatever. I'm kind of feeling naysayer energy there. And you want to talk yourself back out of that. That's where that Angel of Balance energy come in. Call yourself out on it and call in your guides. I'm seeing the Three of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. Again, something great is coming in. You're going to have your choices. You're going to have options, right? Blossoming abundance, Seven of Pentacles, all of that. This is some opportunity that's coming in. You're just standing, you're just waiting. You have to be a little bit patient, okay? You have tended to the harvest. You have tended to the crop, and you are seeing the fruit, but you're being told it's not quite time yet to pick it, okay? Like, you gotta wait until the 3rd week of the month. That's when the sweetness of the fruit comes in. Like, it's like you're waiting on this one little thing. Like, come on, how much longer do I have to wait? I feel like that kind of energy. You're very excited about it, but a little impatient, but just eager to see what it is, right? You really want to make some decisions too, though. Some of you have some decisions out there that you have to make when it comes to how do you want to, one, spend the new finances that come in for you. Some of you also, you're going to want to know, you're going to want to figure out who you want to work with, or how you want to work with others, or if you want to invest in others, because that's going to be important. Yeah. The Nine of Cups. Okay, you're going to have more than enough to share. But I think it's going to be important, or what I'm feeling is that it's going to be very important for you to be mindful of who you share it with. Yeah, Three of Pentacles, who you work with, who you share it with, and what you share. Because I'm sorry, I lost the train of thought there. I was thinking about another deck of cards that I wanted to get out for you. You want to be very mindful uh, of what you invest in. Okay, remember we talked about this Nine of Wands and this Judgment with the Six of Swords energy here. It's another opportunity. Some of the circumstances may feel very familiar. They may be the same. The setup might be the same, just different people. What they say, same script, different cast. So you may have some situations that feel very familiar, but this is the opportunity, and this is the second chance that you have to make a different choice, right? To handle it differently, to move forward differently. So be mindful of that. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you, and we'll close this bad boy out. Remember to have good intentions. If your intentions are good, then you really don't have to worry about how things pan out. Know that your intention is not to hurt anybody, to cause any hurt, harm, or danger to anybody, to make anybody, be in a bad space. You really want to have good intentions on things. So you be concerned with that. Don't necessarily worry yourself with what the outcome is sometimes for others, because sometimes that gets you caught up. Hopefully that makes sense. That's just coming through. Alrighty, so I have the Seven of Ariel, which is just like the Seven of Pentacles to me. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So remember, you're kind of sitting still. You're kind of being put on pause, right? You're in this Three of Wands energy. Like, okay, you know it's coming. You see the Four of Wands, the door to value, the blossoming abundance. You see the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Sun card. You see all of this positive energy definitely coming in for you, the Nine of Cups. But it's saying just hold on a little bit. I've got my desk a little too junky here for myself. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, and I also see coming in the King of Ariel. It says, your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Use your resources wisely. So again, Spirit's coming through for sure, delivering the messages again through these cards, even because I might have sped through the advice and might have been missed out or what have you, but definitely coming through again. You've invested wisely, you've done the work, you just have to be patient, stay steadfast, stay grateful, have appreciation for lots of things, okay? So definitely great things coming in for you as well. So Seven of Ariel with the King of Ariel and the King of Michael. It says wisdom and objectivity are important now. Okay, this is where I feel like the Six of Swords is coming in, because you're in this space here with Judgment and the Nine of Pentacles. You know that there's some tasking, there's some work that needs to be done, and you're going to need to call in balance. You're going to need to call in wisdom. So you're going to definitely want to be paying attention to that. Okay. They're important now, wisdom and objectivity. So look at things from lots of different perspectives, so that you can kind of get a whole view of what you're dealing with here. Stay within your integrity. So just be true to yourself. Remember, have those good, honest conversations with yourself. Call yourself out when you're being negative or pessimistic, when you're being not a team player, or anything that you know is not in your highest regard, you want to go ahead and check yourself on that. And this is also says a situation that calls for honest and open communication. Okay, honest and open communication. I'm feeling that this very strongly. Remember, I said you're going to have to sometimes say no to some people. Okay, you're going to have to make some tough decisions because there's some things that are coming in, and a lot of people are going to want to come in with all of this goodness that comes in too, and you're going to have to be able to put up some walls. You're going to have to basically be able to say no. Okay, we're going to take with the wisdom of the oracle as the last card here. Just one, please, Spirit. Can you give me just one wisdom of the oracle card? And before we do that, let me make some space. I don't like all this going on. And we're going to close out your reading. I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I hope that this resonates with you. Reach out if you like. Leave a comment. Talk to me down below in the comments. And okay. Follow me on all the other platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. All right. Last bit of advice from the collective for this read, please. What advice do you have? Okay, there we go. We have yin. And I mentioned that feminine energy. Remember, I told you there was a lot of feminine energy that was coming in. So maybe you're calling it in, or you're sinking back into it because you were in a lot of masculine energy doing things. But I definitely feel like, I definitely am seeing yin energy. Okay, it says the feminine principle of receptivity. So it's time for you to begin to receive. Okay, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information, taking in cues, and the art of conscious allowing. Conscious allowing. I love that. I absolutely love it. I feel like that's what you're doing. Consciously allowing good to flow through you. That is why you are speaking with positivity. That is why you are showing so much appreciation and gratitude for the things in your life, because you are consciously allowing more and more good to flow into you. Okay, when it comes to this oracle's message, it says this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather it's consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Okay? Make space for miracles to appear. So that was that Five of Cups, focusing on the right thing, right? Focusing on the positive things. There's still something back here. Don't keep crying over this spilled milk. Okay, instead of this looking like a bunch of fighting, this could be organized. This could be organized training, right? That's going on here, right? So there was one more here that I wanted to show you when it says you must make space for miracles. All right, you want to make sure that you're cutting out anything that doesn't serve you, right? You want to be making those tough decisions, all right, getting rid of those things. And then, of course, as we saw before, the Six of Swords coming through, taking past wisdom and moving forward. So it's going to be very important for you to make sure that you're making space. You're cutting out anything that's not serving you, okay? You've heard that a million times, but really start to hear it, okay? Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams will manifest. Okay, in relationships, you can let others take the lead. All right, you have power in small gestures. Okay, permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak. When it comes to prosperity, this is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Okay, so don't try to map it out yourself, but maybe just let others take the lead and begin to use that other part of your leadership where you're a follower. Okay, collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictate what must happen. That's what that says. Okay, and another is releasing your need to have things the way that you want them, in the form that you want them. Okay, so When it comes, yeah, so that's prosperity. That was a protective message if it came into reverse. Okay, so this is about receiving, guys. All right, be ready to receive. Be ready to take in these blessings that are definitely flowing into you. I appreciate you taking the time to listen, and I look forward to talking again with you soon.